So after this discussion of this sample space, random experiments, number of sample points in S, we'll try to do a few questions from problem set 5.2. So let's try to do these. For each of the following experiments with sample space S and number of sample points NS, one coin and one die are thrown simultaneously. So let's try to understand first. So you have a coin. So you flip a coin. So two options are heads and tails. And then in the other hand, let us say you have a die. So when you flip that, you'll get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So how we do these questions is we flip a coin. Let us say we get a head. We get a head. Now what are the choices which are there in this hand? They can be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is a very easy way of writing the sample space. So H1, H2, H3, H4, H5, H6. So basically what I'm trying to say is if I get a head on this coin, in the die I can get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So these are the 6 choices I have. So see what is happening is one coin and one die are being thrown simultaneously. So basically we have two spaces. So what I'm saying is let us say first I'm getting head. I get a head and then one on the die. I get a head and two on the die. So this is how I'm making the sample space. Similarly, I can make a sample space. I can add more elements to this sample space by having a tail in this hand and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in this. So this is how I can make the sample space. And this sample space, when I have to formally write it, I'll write it like this. Here they have written 1H, 1, 2, whatever you want to. But what I want to point is that this is how you will be writing it. S is equal to curly bracket. Then you will be writing these 12 elements. These are 12 elements. And then you will close the bracket. This is how you will write it. Then the number of elements in the sample space would be 12. So this is how it is. The second part is two-digit numbers are found by using 2, 3 and 5 without repeating a digit. Without repeating a digit, if you have used a 2, then you can't use a 2 again. If I have used a 2 and I can have a 23, I can have a 25. Then I take a 3. I can have a 32, I can have a 35, but I can't have a 33. Here I can't have a 25. Similarly, here I can't have 55. 23, 25, 32, 35, 52, 53. Separated by commas in a curly bracket. And I'll write S is equal to this. So this is how it is written. So S is equal to 23, 25. This is how it is. The number of elements in this sample space is 6. So I hope it is getting clear. Let's go to the next question. This is the next question. Arrow is rotated and it stops randomly on the disk. Find out. Let's look at the next question. Arrow is rotated, it stops randomly on the disk. Find out on which color it will stop. So these are the choices that we have: red, orange, yellow, blue, green, purple, and the arrow can stop at either of them. So to write a sample space, it's pretty simple. You can write it as S is equal to. So you write red, comma, orange, comma. This is how you will write. And number of S would be equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. So this is how you will do. You will write the sample space as this curly bracket. And n of S is equal to 6. Number of elements in the sample space is 6. Okay. Question number 3. In the month of March 19, find the days on which the date is a multiple of 5. So multiple of 5 means multiple of 5. Multiple of 5 means basically table of 5. So 5 ones are 5, 5 to the 10, 5 to the 15, 5 to the 20, 5 to the 25. So these are basically the multiples of 5. Multiples of 5 means the table, like we see the table. So basically table of 5, multiple of 7. So 7, 14, 21, 48, 35, 42. So on. So these are basically the multiples of 7. So if you have to write the multiples of 7, basically write the table of 7. So these are the, now what they have said is to find the days on which the date is a multiple of 5. So date is a multiple of 5. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Now you, what you need to understand is you have to write the days. So days are Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So again you will write this as a sample space is equal to, you put a curly bracket. Then you will write Tuesday, Saturday, Friday, Wednesday, Saturday, Monday, in any order. So basically you can write it as Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You can write it like this also. So this would be the answer. So let's look at the answer. So Tuesday, Sunday, Friday, Wednesday, Monday, Saturday. Or you can write it as Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. There's no Thursday. So the number of elements in the sample space would be equal to 6. Then we come to question number 4. So form a road safety committee of from two boys and two girls, G1, G2. So basically, they have named the boys as B1, B2 and girls as G1, G2. Complete the following activity to form the sample space. You have to write the sample space. So committee of two boys, you can have only one committee of two boys. It will look something like B1, B2. There will be only one element if you want to form a committee of two boys. Similarly, if you want to make a committee of two girls, you can have only one committee. So G1, G2. So you will write the sample space. But then if you want to have a committee of one boy and one girl, so in C part committee of one boy and one girl. Now when you have to form this committee, you have to take one boy and one girl. You can't form a committee where only uh, only boys are there or only girls are there. So it is compulsory that one boy and one girl should be there. So you can form a committee like B1, G1. You can form a committee like B1, G2. You can form a committee with B2, G1 and B2, G2. So these are the 4 committees which can be formed using committee of one boy and one girl. Committee of one boy and one girl would be B1, G1, B1, G2, B2, G1 and B2, G2. Now here when he is asking the sample space, basically what he is saying is now there is no restriction. Actually it's a bit confusing, so it should be like maybe part D. So sample space, you want to form a committee of 2 children. Now, and you can form a committee of boys only, girls only, and combination of it. Then you will include all. So you will form B1, B2, G1, G2, B1, G1, B1, G2, B2, G1, B2, G2. So here you will include all these. So this will be 6. So this will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, this should be in a separate part. This here they should write a D part. That is why there is a bit of confusion. So I hope this practice set is clear. Now let's so we'll do questions from practice set 5.3 next, and before that we'll solve few examples. We'll do 5.3, but before that we'll solve the examples.